Oh, ho, ho, ho. I knew I was gonna see you again. Knew I was gonna see you again. What's going on, everybody? So, uh, no 10-minute review for a minute. No 10-minute review for a minute. Why? Why is that? Why could that possibly be? Because we are at the end of the year. We have our nominees, and we're gonna go ahead and give out Game of the Year. We're gonna start off with our first nominee here, Mama nominee, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now I know there's been a lot of controversy, a whole lot of controversy about this game, but I'm just gonna cut it to you guys straight. I have been with Pokemon as long as there's been a Pokemon to be with. Okay, I have played every generation of Pokemon, most of the side games, and I'm gonna tell you as a Gen 2 stan, right? A Gen 2 stan, not Gen 1, not Gen 3 or 4. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the other gens too much, other than Gen 8. Gen 8 can. I'm very glad that I have something else to play other than Gen 8. This is exactly, since Gen 2, exactly the Pokemon game I want. So it might be bias speaking. It might be bias speaking here. But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is absolutely worthy. I have not racked up so many hours so quickly in a game in a very long time. Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns. This game right here, very cool premise. I do like the direction that some of the alternative Marvel media is starting to take, things that aren't MCU related, in that they aren't always trying to be MCU related. A lot of these things are very comic booky, and that was what I loved about this. This was more Marvel Ultimate Alliance than Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was, because it just got deep into the comic book feels. It had that XCOM vibe for me. It had a little. It was kind of like XCOM meets what like Dragon Age almost. Like the dialogue was nice. Everything about Midnight Suns made it an absolute treat. So I think here at the end of the year, we got some strong candidates for Game of the Year, and this absolutely was one of them. I love the story, and even on the Switch, I didn't get. And I'm sorry, guys. Some of these, actually, I think only two of these I have 10-minute reviews up on. The games that I don't have 10-minute reviews up on, it's either played on, okay, like the PS5. I played some of the PS5 games on isn't mine, so I have it hooked up to my stuff. But this is one I did get to try the Switch version of. I just didn't. It escaped me to make a 10-minute review on it. But this was first 10 minutes weren't all that great, so a little slow for me to start. But it was a good game. It was a good game. Let's go ahead and, of course, Wise Wild, formerly known as Young Kratos. Young Kratos, the name is forever a moniker that I have proudly in my history, but I was no longer young. But Kratos, such a huge fan of this franchise. I was upset. I'm one of those people that, hey, when the story's done, it's done. God of War 3 was the perfect ending for me. Somehow they managed to keep continuing. So I love the story, and I love it's a renaissance, a gameplay renaissance. It very much continued with the trend of the first, continuing to improve on a formula that's almost like takes you back to the Resident Evil 4 swap, when they went from the Resident Evil traditional style to what we knew it to be post Resident Evil 4. That was very much what they did. Ragnarok, really more than anything, in the 10-minute sense, the gameplay is fantastic, but in the longer sense, the story was, I was emotional, very emotional. This is one I know for a fact. I think this might have been my most recent review that I uploaded, was for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This this game I just had so much fun with. I had a lot of fun with, out of all the games that I played this year. This one really stuck out as something that I would say anybody, if you're somebody who has access to a Nintendo Switch, please give this a shot. We're gonna go ahead and turn that sound off real quick because we don't want to have that interfere with any of the take. But listen, this game was a fantastic evolution of what we were looking for in like a 3D Kirby experience. As much as I've loved the 2D Kirby experience and I think it's perfected, I think this is a great step in the direction for a franchise that is frankly one of my favorites. Elden Ring, another statement like I just made. A great step in the franchise. That's a favorite of mine, right? Souls games. We love this. We love the Souls games. I love the Souls games. It's never not been that way. Going all the way back from Software Fan back to Armored Core, back to Tenchu, back to Kingsfield. Do any of you guys even remember Kingsfield? Do any of you? Yeah, I'm old. I know. This is kind of like with Pokemon. I couldn't have asked for more from the continuation of what Souls, the combat with the open world, with the and you could tell this is everything that George R.R. Martin wanted the Game of Thrones show to be. You could tell because some of this stuff is just OD looking, and Miyazaki and they met and did something beautiful. It's no wonder that for some people from the beginning of this year, nobody wanted to hear anything else except for Elden Ring Game of the Year. And I understand why. I got to see what the hype was about, and man, was I pleased. But I have to bring it all to a close, people. I have to bring it all to a close, and I got to name a champion because we have 5 nominees. Absolutely fantastic, phenomenal nominees that we have here, but only one may stand. So, Elden Ring, Kirby, God of War, Midnight Suns, it is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is my game of the year. Like I said, this is the game I've been waiting for since Generation 2 of Pokemon. Okay, Generation 2, that was over 20 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was over 20 years. Maybe about 20 years. I don't know. I was like 10, 11, something. I don't know. I've been waiting over 20 years for a Pokemon game this good. This is everything I've wanted. It is the best story. The new Pokemon in it are incredible. The new way of going through the game is incredible. And I can't do anything other than put this on the highest of pedestals as not only the game of the year, but it's hard for me to not go ahead and put the stamp on it. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think this is the best Pokemon game ever. Ever, people. Ever. So, that's the Wise Wild game of the year. Y'all go ahead. If I had a little trophy, I'd send it to him. Game Freak, get in touch with me. We'll make something pop. I'll give you more recognition. How can I even give you more recognition? This is such a high praise. I know how. Pokemon content. That's right, people. Live streaming Pokemon content. This is a little bit for the future. Live streaming Pokemon content. Pokemon strategy, theory, all of that. Lore videos, whatever I can. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start putting out more Pokemon content here on this channel going into 2023. So that's how we're gonna go ahead and end. I may get another video in before we officially hit 2023, but I want to go ahead and give my game of the year. So that's that for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, day, whenever you're hearing this, and I'll see y'all in the next one.